Welcome once again. Welcome to the Alchemist Lounge. I am your host, Dominique Rashad. This is a fantastic opportunity for me. I'm super excited to be here today. I'm here with Dr. Randall Thompson, Miami Spine.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me do this professionally because you're a doctor. I don't want to mess this up.
That's good.
I wrote down an intro. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So welcome again to the Alchemist Lounge. We turn pressure into power or purpose. It's about alignment. It's about transformation. So this is a good place to be. We're talking to a chiropractor. So there's a lot of alignment discussion to be had here. So we're tapping in with Dr. Randall Thompson at Miami Spine, right here in the heart of Little Haiti, right?
That's right.
So Dr. Thompson, you're a second generation chiropractor, if I got that correct as well. You're not just continuing a legacy, you're really evolving a legacy. So Dr. Thompson does a great job. I've been following him on social media. You should as well. Does a great job of blending science with culture. And he does have a voice that I think resonates not just with the clinical community, but more importantly, especially with the customer community. In particular, his social media page is pretty dope. So not a stuffy doctor at all. I think he's really redefining what it means to heal. Which is why this conversation is exciting. So from spinal alignment to life alignment, this is a conversation about that transformation. It's about discipline. It's about staying in tune mentally, physically, and spiritually as well.
Right.
That sound about right?
Sound about right.
All right. So Dr. Thompson, why don't you just kind of tell me, I did mention you're a second generation chiropractor. So tell me about your beginnings. What did you see kind of growing up? What was it like for you growing up that made you feel like, this is not just going to be a career. This is kind of a life's journey for me.
I'll be honest, I didn't want to do this at all.
Didn't want to do it at all.
No, I didn't want to do it at all. Because it's like going to school your whole life and then say you want to be a teacher. Right? So I've been in a chiropractic office my whole life.
Right.
That's all I know. So my dad was in Miami, then moved to New Orleans.
Oh.
He was practicing in New Orleans till about 91.
Uh-huh.
So he started practicing in 82. And then he moved New Orleans, was practicing there probably like 86, 87, up until 91.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved back to Miami. But I was in a chiropractic office there my whole life, like watching him. I didn't know what was going on. I just hear him claims being printed, old stuff.
Where were you at this time?
Man, I'm about 3. It's probably when I first remember, my first memory of being someplace, probably in a chiropractic office. Because he used to practice, I believe, in the 9th Ward, New Orleans.
9th Ward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was in the 9th Ward, I think. And then we moved back here and he practices in Liberty City right now.
So he's still practicing?
Yeah, he's still practicing.
Okay.
Still practicing, still alive, thank God. I used to work with him for 10 years.
Okay.
What's the thing? I never really worked with him, right? Because he doesn't pay.
He doesn't pay?
No, he doesn't pay.
Well, you're his son.
Right. So it's like, if you want to go earn,
right,
go get some patience. And he would say, well, if you want to make some money, then go out to Winn-Dixie and pass out some cards, or go out to the hospital and pass out some cards.
Made you hustle?
He said, go hustle. I said, Pops, it say no soliciting on that. And it's like, well, figure it out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. And then that's why I became what I became. You know, I never had a job from him. Like, he doesn't give jobs. He gives opportunity.
Right.
Which I think could make or break you.
Sure.
If you don't really want to help. Well, you have to find why, right? Because I'd be like, man, I would complain about not having money. He was like, well, you need to get some sick people.
Man.
Because, he would always have us, like, on the way to school, like, we wanted to hear music, we wanted to hear 99 Jams, we wanted to hear whatever. He'd be playing inspirational books.
Man of my own heart. So I'm big in inspirational books, but go ahead.
He'd be playing that in a way. So it's like the stuff kind of seeped into your brain, whether you wanted it to or not. You can fight it all you want, but this was stuff that put in there. So, and that's how it was with him. Once I came out, it's like, it still was in there, but then you had to tap into it on your own.
Sure.
Redefine it for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how I was practicing with him. And he said, you need sick people, not money. Because money is a byproduct of good service.
Say that one more. You need sick people.
Not money.
Not money.
Yeah, because
otherwise, what are you?
What are you doing? Right?
You're not solving any problems.
If you want to make money, you could do anything.
Absolutely.
You could go outside and you could sell mangoes. You can make a killing. Right? So.
But you need somebody who wants mango.
You need somebody who wants mango.
So, a doctor, you need somebody who's sick.
You need somebody who's sick. That's right. So you need to provide some good service. And you need to want to help them. not
Okay.
just find sick people, but there's a lot of people that make a lot of money in healthcare that don't really help anybody.
What do you mean? How so?
Well, it's Miami, right? You can scam anything.
Ooh, talk about
You
that.
can scam
You
anything.
can scam anything.
So in chiropractic school, they would talk to us about fraud, and this was like maybe 2010. They said at the time, they said $2.5 billion of Medicare fraud is done in the nation. 2.3 billion came out of Hialeah.
Out of Hialeah
Out of
alone.
Hialeah. That was at the time. That's what all our professors would drill. Hialeah, Hialeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Hialeah,
yeah.
because there's so much fraud in
So
Hialeah.
much fraud. Yeah.
So much fraud in Hialeah. But the
Yeah.
fraud get attached to us, right? It'd be like African scammer, Haitian scammer, but Hialeah
Oh, yeah. That's where it really is. But it gets attached
to us,
to
but
blacks.
to blacks. But in Hialeah,
Yeah.
they jumping.
They jumped that.
They jumping, and they making real money, and a lot of them get away with it.
Yeah. Well, we see people seemingly get away with it, but then you see news reports of people kind of getting caught.
Well, see, this is the thing,
So
right?
how's that?
This is the thing, right? So I would sometimes I even talk about it.
Mm.
These are non-provider owned clinics. In the state of Florida, you used to have to be a chiropractor to own a clinic. And then they made it to where you could be a non-provider owned clinic.
Mm.
And they did that because, like, let's say if the husband died, particularly because chiropractors usually males, the husband died, the wife could take over the clinic and still manage the practice. They took that. They got some special type of license, and a lot of these people just open up clinics, get a medical director, put a massage therapist in there, billing chiropractic codes,
Ooh.
and then they say chiropractors do the fraud. These people get arrested during election time. They don't get arrested all the time. They wait until election time. They sue them. They arrest them, and they're like, "Oh, this person billed chiropractic codes." There's no chiropractor in the office.
Right.
They may use one. They may pay them $100,000 a year to show up 2 days a week.
Right.
But they're paying for patients. They're doing this. They're doing that, and it gets attached to the profession. Then people say that, oh, the profession is grifters and all this other type of stuff, and we got to fight back
Absolutely.
as
Of course.
provider-owned clinics, small businesses.
Mm.
But attorneys work with anybody. But that's another.
That's a part of the.
I could talk about personal.
That's the whole ecosystem kind of coming together, because it's not just, you can't just do this singularly on your own just because you're a bad actor singularly. There's got to be a system behind
It's a whole system, bro, and it was started when they started with the 1-800 numbers, and after that, I don't want to say the name of the 1-800 number, but everybody in Miami knows. But they promise people that you get $10,000. What you don't know, you get $10,000 in medical coverage, not $10,000 in your pocket.
Right.
So they misled so many people, and then people will come around trying to get the 10,000, and then here we go. We got people trying to ask for money for car accidents and all this other type of nonsense because they got people in thinking they're gonna get money in their hand.
They're not getting any money.
You may not get any money. You might get a bunch, you might not. And then even in these neighborhoods, right? So this is the inner city. It's barely, right? Still, it's kind of not really, because you see people walking around playing hacky sack and all kind of other nonsense.
Yeah.
But they will push lower income people to get unnecessary treatment or surgeries because they feel like they'll never get that money.
Mm.
Rich people don't get in car accidents.
What?
They do, but they don't care.
They don't care. Right. Yeah.
They don't care. Like the people in these areas, you slip and fall in Winn-Dixie, you'll cut your back open for a chance of getting $1 million.
Absolutely, because you need that money.
You need that money, and your lawyer will push you to do it.
Man, that's crazy. That's fascinating. Yeah. So when you say you didn't really want to do this, hearing all of that, I can see why somebody really wouldn't want to do this.
But that's not
why you didn't want to do it. But I can see, just hearing that, I'm like, well, shit, I wouldn't want to do this.
Well, I have to do this.
But you have to.
I have to do this because look at what happens if I don't. There needs to be a buffer.
Absolutely.
You need to have people that care about people in the neighborhood, because otherwise they're going to take advantage of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody gets swindled. Because, see, the patients see me the most, and they're going to ask me, Doc, should I get this surgery? Why are you asking me if you should get a surgery?
Right.
I'm not a surgeon.
I'm not a surgeon. Right.
I'm not a surgeon. But if you're asking me,
right,
then are you in pain enough to get the surgery?
Right.
Are you in pain at all?
At all.
But that's a whole nother topic. And then, like I said, they will take advantage. Some of these people that work in this field will take advantage of the lower income people. That's why they love this area. They love the hood.
They love the hood.
They love the hood because that's where the money at.
Wow.
And we run from it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's true too. That's true too. And that's a deeper conversation we could get into as well. I mean,
people are trying to tell me to move to Pembroke Pines for years.
Well, yeah. So I'm not from here. I'm from Baltimore. But when we moved here, my kids were 11 and 8 at the time. Now, I'm a former school teacher. You said like going to school and wanting to be a teacher. I am a former school teacher, by the way.
Right.
But I'm also IT and different things I've done. But when we decided to move here, I had to find a neighborhood or neighborhoods that I thought were akin to where we were at the time that my children were being brought up. And although my wife and I grew up in the hood, we grew up in Baltimore City, my kids didn't. So I had to find somewhere that was close to living like that. And I ended up in Pembroke Pines, right? They said the schools were A plus schools. I don't know whose metric that is or how they measure that, but according to them, those schools were A plus. In any case, you know, you're living within the community, so you understand and you know the people, the culture here.
Correct. I'm born and raised in Miami.
Right.
You know, right now there's a huge influx of people that aren't from Miami.
Right.
Right. Not to say,
No,
but it's like the majority of them don't look like you. They don't look like me. So these people are coming from New York, California.
Absolutely.
They're escaping taxes.
Right.
They're doing this. Is over here. So, you know, and I get it, but they changed the culture of Miami
completely.
The developers,
Absolutely.
everything's gone. You know, these houses around here in Little Haiti used to be $50,000.
They can't even afford to live here anymore.
They can't afford to live here. They raise the property taxes.
Right.
But meanwhile, high rises popping up. You got Louis Vuitton right. I could run to it. You know. Before you could only run a corner store. Now I could run a Louis Vuitton. I could run a Hublot. I could run a Rolex store.
Right.
So
for you to be a doctor in this neighborhood, where you're from as well, where your father and are your siblings? You have siblings as well?
Yeah, I got siblings. Yeah, my brother's a chiropractor. My sister's a chiropractor too.
So the whole family. It's a whole family thing.
I'm the best though, so you know.
Well, that's what I heard.
That's being me being modest.
I mean, totally being modest about it. Yeah, but that's what I've heard. You're the best, so that's why we're here. No, but that's fantastic. Very, very proud of you and seeing what you're doing and hearing your heart come through and this is meaningful.
Yeah.
So you grew up. What would you have been doing if you weren't a chiropractor?
I want to be an actor. So that's what I want to do. But then I tell this story every now and again. I met an agent.
Okay.
South Beach.
You met an agent in South Beach. Okay.
Yeah, but that meeting didn't go well.
Why not?
Well, it was like, I had locks at the time. He was like, "You're not clean cut enough. You're too short to be a model. We get you in some porn."
Wait a minute, time out. Now, not really time out, but the man told you you're not tall enough, you're not clean cut enough. But we get you in some porn.
Say you're not tall enough for modeling. You're not clean cut enough for acting.
Yeah.
We get you in some porn. How big is your meat? And I was like, you know what? Back to chiropractic school I go.
Back to chiropractic school I go.
I guess, and he wasn't, you know,
right.
the type of person I would not like, you know, South Beach. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially South Beach back then.
He's an agent though.
I don't know what the hell he was.
He was an agent for something. There's acting out there.
Hey.
I mean, I guess if porn is, is a job, then you're an actor. Right?
He was, hey, but man, I'm like, yo.
No,
if this what I got to deal with,
right.
You know,
I'm out.
The dress coming next. You already know how.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't know that it would be any different if you were in, say, Hollywood, California. It's
probably worse.
It's probably worse, right?
Probably worse.
So I don't know that would have made a difference. But you wanted to be an actor.
Another thing was, he said at the time I had my biology degree, right? I went to FAMU for undergrad. So
shout out to HBCU.
That's it.
Morgan State. What
Morgan
up?
State. My niece is at Morgan State right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Smart people. Smart people in the family.
That's it. But he said he didn't want to deal with anybody with a degree. He wanted people that had nothing to lose.
Right.
And that's how they get you caught up in these things. Because if you have nothing to lose,
absolutely,
whatever you say, I'll do.
Whatever you say, I'll do.
And that may not take you to the mountaintop. Because you could work hard. You still may not get there.
Right.
You know, I love basketball. I could practice all I want.
Right.
I'm 5'11". I'm going to be right here sitting in this couch.
5'11", and you mad, bro. I'm 5'3". What we talking about? I'm hanging out with Kevin Hart all day.
Oh, man. Hey, man.
But anyway, I play sports, but yeah, it does matter when you get into the professional levels of things. You
got to work that much harder.
Absolutely.
You know, you got to overcome.
So much more.
So
you became a chiropractor. Now, I've been to a chiropractor before myself. But I want to understand, kind of from a doctor's side of the house. What's something that people kind of, maybe they misunderstand about chiropractic care, that if you could if you could do an adjustment, you would fix that mentality.
There's this mentality that it's two things, right? It's like that they believe that I'm a pill supplement. I'm not a pill supplement.
Pill supplement.
Right. So people take a pill to feel better.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yes, you do come to me. I can help you alleviate issues.
Right.
But even if you're taking a pill, what are you doing on your own? My dad always said the best doctor is in the mirror. So it's three things.
The best doctor is in the mirror.
The best doctor is in the mirror. In chiropractic school, they teach us three things called illness or dis-ease: thoughts, trauma, and toxins.
Thoughts, trauma, and toxins.
Right. So if you got trauma, you got mule kicked or hit by a car or fell out of a tree, whatever.
Sure.
Well, stop going in trees. Right. Stop standing next to mules. Right. You know, I kickbox.
Man, you should have been a damn actor. He's all right, though. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You kickbox.
Right. I kickbox. Stop getting kicked in the head. Right. Maybe your neck won't hurt as much.
Or duck. Block.
Block.
Yeah.
Get out the ring.
Get out the ring.
The toxins around you, your clothes, what you eat, the people, you name it. Right. So are you changing any of that stuff? Thoughts, how you think. Stress can also cause illness.
Yes,
you can think yourself into madness and pain and so forth and so on. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he.
So is he.
Right. So if you're thinking about being sick all the time, guess what? You will
be sick.
So what are you doing on your own to alleviate any of these issues? That's one thing, right? And then the other thing is there's a lot of misconceptions that chiropractic hurt people. Right? So everybody's like, oh, you might just do the wrong thing and you gonna kill me. I'm like, bro, you jumped out of a perfectly good airplane before. And you think I'm a kid? The problem?
Right.
We're the only profession where you can watch a video of us healing people back to back to back. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all over the world. And people will still be like, bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They kill somebody. Oh, what'll go viral is some dude that looks like Christopher Reeves and his jaw is misaligned and he got 3 teeth in his mouth and they'll say a chiropractor did it.
That's not possible.
That's not possible.
Right.
And then people send it to me. I'm like, bro, this is BS. You believe anything.
And the thing about it, man, like to be frank, I don't know that I've heard of anybody dying. I mean, there's a lot of doctors and people die under the knife and things like that, but I don't know that I've ever heard about it as a chiropractor.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
Medical error being a third leading cause of death. I bet you know somebody who died from going in the hospital.
Yeah, no doubt.
And especially during that pandemic.
The COVID, sure.
Everybody's in there by
themselves. But they ain't gonna see no damn chiropractor for that. Right.
You in there by yourself.
Right.
You can't even have a witness. How many people you think they messed up on?
Ooh, talk.
Man, I've seen these medical doctors, some of them, they take dope, they do all kind of stuff. And they roll around, they go do an operation on you. You think they're going to cut up? Man, they'll cut off the wrong arm. I know medical doctors that leave equipment inside of people and all kind of stuff. But you worrying about me doing the wrong bone?
Yeah.
And then the medical doctors say, well, it doesn't do anything. So if it doesn't do anything, then I guess it can't cause harm either then, can it?
Right. Yeah.
Which one is it?
Which one? You got to pick one.
Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one Mike?
Come on, Nas.
But they don't talk.
Right.
They will never have a discussion or a debate in front of a chiropractor with sense.
Right.
They never talk to me.
Yeah, their malpractice, I'm sure, is
through the roof. My malpractice
for yours is
$1,000 for like $1 million.
Stop playing. Come on, really?
Because nothing ever happens.
Nothing happens. That's
what does happen.
Yeah,
is why I do the straight to jail videos. What happens is they do that. Now I give y'all that. Some of these chiropractors, little handsy, straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Hey,
you
look,
gotta lock them up.
My man right here, he got a really great sense of humor and a quality that I think, in terms of the mood and the energy that you really need to tap into, because some of the videos that you guys are out there watching and seeing, let Dr. Thompson break that stuff down for you in the way that only he can. And some of y'all need to go
straight to jail.
Straight to jail. Wow. Yeah, no, I think that will be a worthwhile adjustment. Now, coming out of Little Haiti, Miami, specifically Little Haiti, the culture that exists here, how does that help you to be able to connect?
Well, I actually grew up in North Miami.
So you did not grow up in Little Haiti?
I grew up in Little Haiti, but I was in my dad's office in Liberty
still
City.
Like right up the,
So I would go to work with him.
Yeah.
After school.
Okay.
It's like, take your son to school, work day.
Yeah.
That was every day. That was every day.
Wow.
That wasn't really like, when they had that, I'm like, I got to go back. Like, it's a normal day for me.
Right.
I would help my dad do physicals at parks since I've been in the 7th grade.
He would
So
do physicals at the park.
we do physicals at the park. So we do physicals for Overtown, Gwen Cherry, Liberty City. So a lot of
Love it.
people know my dad as the physical man. Because
Love
he
it.
did all the physicals for all the football players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like, these kids just need to play, and he would do it for them for cheap. And I would watch him do the examinations. I would help I collect and kind of just do like clerical work for him.
Yeah.
And I would see how he would try to talk to the parents about giving the kid proper nutrition. You got your kid, Miami, it's summertime. They practice in the summer. It's 110 degrees. It's 110 degrees.
Crazy heat.
And they're giving them milk and cereal and Gatorade.
Ooh. Milk, cereal, and Gatorade.
Milk, cereal, Gatorade, processed hot dogs, chicken nuggets, hamburgers.
Whatever you can get your hands on, I guess. I mean, that's the mentality.
Yeah, but they got the Louis purse on.
Well, you know what I mean?
You gotta get your hands on that.
Yeah.
You know, you got this stuff on your body, costs more than the stuff you put in your body, and that's why we backwards.
Yeah, backwards.
And that's why I was like, I have to do it.
Right.
Because we need the buffer.
We need it. We
need it bad. And we still messed up.
That's still. But thankfully, there's people like you, your family.
Not enough.
But not enough.
It's not
obviously not. But that's why these conversations are so important. Somebody is out there is going to be listening to this,
right.
Dr. Thompson, and that's the goal.
Right.
To make sure that there's a new generation of people coming up that understand your value starts within. Okay, before you can start to do anything, your value starts from within.
I have patients that come into my office, right? And I ask them, when I shoot X-rays, I always ask them, "How's your nutrition?" And some of them will say, "Like, I'm gonna ask you, how would you rate your nutrition?"
Man, I eat nothing but my nutrition's terrible.
How would you rate it?
I would rate it.
You rate it terrible.
Scale of what do you mean?
You said terrible, right?
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
But like, if
I'm not happy about my nutrition. I'm not happy.
Okay, cool.
I'm not happy.
I'm not happy about my nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
If you was to come in my office and I say, I'm not happy about the way that I treat patients, would you stay or would you leave?
Out the door.
Out the door.
Gone.
Why you leaving?
Right, because,
Why you leaving? But for you, yourself,
I'll stay in it.
You'll stay in it. You'll sit
backwards
in the garbage. And I don't know you.
Right.
You only paying me a few $100. And you want me to do better for you than the only person who knows you, that's been with you for 24 hours every day, knows all your secrets and everything.
Right.
But you want me to do better for you.
Backwards. Completely backwards.
Completely backwards.
So how do you deal with that sort of pressure? I don't know if it's necessarily pressure, but that continuous, I mean, the thing about, the mind is that you're human. We're all human, right? So you've got a patient who's coming in here, and they've got problems and they've got pain and they want you to kind of fix it. And unlike some of the other medical doctors, like I said, I've been to a chiropractor. They never gave me anything medical wise to take and put in my mouth.
Right.
It was all what you did with your hands and to help the body heal its. Is that the?
So the thought process behind chiropractic, right, is the brain,
right,
and the spinal cord and the nerves make up the nervous system, right?
Right.
The nervous system controls the whole body.
Right.
The nervous system is considered the most important thing.
Absolutely.
So what a lot of people don't know, DOs and DCs. A DO is a doctor of osteopathy. So DCs and doctor of osteopathy kind of study the same way, right? So if you leave America, you go see a DO, they'll be moving like a chiropractor. But DOs here, they work in a hospital. They do surgery. Because the DOs in the United States fought for the right to give medication and do surgeries and be like medical doctors.
Right.
Now they no longer they no longer do manipulations. Now, DCs, chiros, we thought that the nervous system controls the whole body, and it's most important. The DOs thought that the blood did. Turns out, we're right.
You're right.
They're wrong.
DOs are wrong, DCs are right.
Correct. But the DOs wanted to give the medication.
Right. That's where the money's at.
That's where the money's at.
Right.
Because the medication could be replicated.
Over and over again.
You have a control. You go see 100 chiropractors, you got 100 different adjustments. And every chiropractor shouldn't be a chiropractor. Some of them should be plumbers, like I said. Some people should be doing different trades.
Sure.
Some of them should be electricians.
Absolutely. Right.
But at the same time, it's not controlled. That's why people will say it's BS. Well, everybody's not the same.
Everybody's not the same.
Everybody's not the same. And maybe that chiropractor wasn't for you and they're great for somebody else. So I don't know if I answered anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really wanted to get into kind of the mind behind, the chiropractic work, the alignment, the adjustment, but it has to also be an adjustment for you as the doctor as well.
Because it's so
How
many
does that
different,
happen?
it's so many different ways. It's so
Yeah.
many different ways to adjust. Some chiropractors use activators. Some chiropractors use SOT blocks. Some chiropractors use drop table. And some of them do flexion extraction, decompression. There's so many different things because patients come in with so many different problems. And if you only use one thing, you probably won't get the best results for the patient.
Gotcha.
And some patients may not even give you a second chance.
Right.
But they'll take a pill for 6 months. I went to a medical doctor. He put me on antibiotics for 6 months.
6 months.
6 months. 2 different ones for 6 months.
Man, I can remember, when we had kids, our youngest, he was back and forth a lot of times with ear infections and things like that. His ear infection would turn into a seizure, different things. And we would go to his pediatrician, and she would say, well, let me check his ears, check his throat. If she didn't see an infection, she wasn't putting him on an antibiotic.
Right.
She said, well, you can come back tomorrow. You can come back the next day. But for right now, he needs Tylenol. I'm not going to just put him on antibiotics.
But what's the Tylenol for, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to mask the pain or whatever. Mask the fever. Mask the fever.
So this is the thing, right? Chiropractors, our main focus is to get to the root cause of the problem, right? Medical doctors do that too, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just want to get you good enough, and sometimes that's all you need. And then the body will take care of itself. But our thing is, let's find out what happened, right? Okay, when did these ear infections start?
Right.
Are they asking these questions? How's your nutrition? Are they asking these questions? Do they care?
Yeah.
Some of them they just be like, oh, there's an ear infection. Let's get this.
This now, right?
But let's figure out could we figure out what happened?
Yeah.
But maybe they're overworked.
That's true too.
Right?
They're human. Right.
They're human. They're overworked. So I don't want to just be like they don't know.
Right.
I've spoken to medical doctors, and they've given up on humanity. Some of them
given up on humanity.
Almost. So it's like they'll especially during COVID. I was like, bro, if people are dying from the complications that it's causing, why don't we work on the complications?
Sure.
If it's more obese people, why don't we try to get people to lose
work on
weight?
that? Right.
Why don't we try to help less people have diabetes, high blood pressure?
Yeah.
If it's more cancer-causing foods, why don't we tell them not to eat cancer-causing food?
Right.
Nah, man, we just need to wear a mask and take a shot.
Shit.
But that's not the root cause of the problem.
That's not the cause. Right.
Sick care.
Right.
That's American.
Even how we do things here.
Even when I interview people, ask them how do they rate their health. 1 to 10. Would you rate your health 1 to 10?
6.5.
6.5, right? I have people that come in and tell me they're 10.
No.
And you know why they tell me they're 10? They'll say they're a 10 because they went to the doctor and their labs are good.
Well, no, my labs are good, and I still say 6.5.
Right, because you know what health is.
Absolutely.
These people think that they're being healthy because they go to the doctor.
Right.
And the doctor said they're okay.
Okay, got you. I got you.
And this is the American psyche for healthcare.
100%.
They don't say, well, every now and again, you got people like, I work out twice a day, I do meal prep and all this other type of stuff. I'm like, hey, you might be close.
Right.
You might be close, but I do that too, and I still don't consider myself a 10.
No, I go to the gym. I'm at the gym a couple times a week. I box. I throw these hands.
2 times a week, but you went to school, right?
Yeah.
You went to school, so
100%.
if you got a test and you get 2 right out of 7, what's your grade? Oh.
Yeah, I didn't pass.
So we failing. Your health.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
And this is how people need to look at healthcare.
Gotcha. Fascinating. So we talk about alchemy here a lot, transforming, like I said in the intro, pain into power. In your experience, what's the most, I know it doesn't always go perfectly, and we've talked a little bit about that, but what's a transformation that you've seen with the patient you say, wow?
My first car accident patient.
Okay.
My first car accident patient. I'm pretty sure like when you first started teaching, you're like, oh shit, I'm a teacher for real? Like,
yeah.
I got this kid. You in Baltimore. I watched The Wire, so I know.
Watch The Wire. Everybody watch The Wire.
They juking the stats and all kind of stuff,
Come on now.
So
I tried to cover my accent, but I can't. It comes out. Dude.
I get it.
Right.
So, So I had this guy come in. He was airlifted. He was a truck accident. He was airlifted. He had a broken arm, broken leg. His face is messed up. And I'm like, what the fuck
He's supposed to do that?
What am I supposed to do?
All right. There's no book on that.
Yeah, there's no book.
Not in the chapter. You thumb through that.
And I had a professor. He said, "How you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So let's start and let's try to get this pain down piece by piece. So I was working with Me, he was seeing a physical therapist, occupational therapist. Maybe you see that dude now, you wouldn't know nothing. And even then, like, it took a while. And he was like, I feel better. And I'm like, wow, this is really working.
It's working.
It's really working. I'm like,
so how many sessions would you say he had?
oh, he was coming to me for a while, man. It's like 3-4 months.
Okay, 3-4 months.
And then even after then, he was still coming in for
a couple times a week, 3-4 months, a couple times a
a
week.
few times a week. And he's my first car accident patient. And he was really messed up. And I was like, dang, all of them gonna be like this? Like, this is extreme. But everything else was like not even comparison to that. Like most fender bender patients that come to a chiropractor don't look nowhere near that bad. There's that.
Yeah,
but
great.
we could do great results. So maybe they don't get to us because they end up in surgeries. And by then, it's so much BS that goes into personal injury and where the money is allocated. And
1-800-411-PAIN here is like all day. It's all you hear. You hear the lawyer commercials.
Well, they got sued.
Wow.
They got sued by Geico because they were running racketeering. And I can speak on this because it's public record. They had everything in one place. So it's a bunch of self-referral back.
Oh, yeah, the referrals.
So
it's the system.
And they were misleading people into making it a thing that they were an attorney referral service, which is BS because people call me and I send them to attorneys as well. Does it make me an attorney referral service?
No.
It was started by a chiropractor.
Damn.
Started by a chiropractor. One of them got killed. One of them got killed by coke and Opalaka.
Wow.
Yeah, another one shot herself recently.
Chiropractor.
Yeah, they're making money. But do they care about patients? Nah.
Right.
I don't think so. But rest in peace to them boys. The game messed up now because of them.
Game messed up.
So.
Game's messed up. Wow. Pretty sad. How does the spine actually influence things like maybe something that people don't expect? For example, how does the spine affect a person's mood or their emotions or their energy or their swag? You see me, I'm swagged out. I think my spine might be, no, just, but in all seriousness, how does the spine influence things that people don't even think about?
So your spine encases your spinal cord. Off your spinal cord, you have nerves. So if you have any interference going to anything, it can cause interference. So that could be going to the pudendal nerve, which is responsible for sexual stuff.
Absolutely.
So if you may have a ED
issue, you have ED,
you may have low back
issues.
Right? And that could be tied up together. Or pain in general could just throw everything out of whack. Also, if it goes to your lungs, my dad has treated people with asthma. Ear infection. It's done great with chiropractic. The pediatrician never referred your child to for an ear infection, but they gave Tylenol. Right? And they gave all these other medications. It's pretty much a host of things you can name.
But that's on the physical side, but on the emotional side as well, like confidence, energy, mood, that's affected by the...
Well, it also could affect your immune system as well.
Your immune system,
your mood, you name it. There's the nervous system controls everything. Right? You don't think to blink. You don't think to breathe. And
your body just does
Your body just does it. Because you have your autonomic nervous system, which it just does it on its own. You don't think to digest food and all these type of things.
That's the body's own intelligence.
The body is smarter than we know. We have no idea, because if we were so smart, we would know how to manipulate all these things, and we don't.
But realigning the body gets that person closer or back to what the body naturally does.
What we want is homeostasis, correct? Homeostasis.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So, I mean, there's a lot of, kind of myths out there. We talked about it a little bit. I mean, some people think that a chiropractor, you go to see them just to get your back adjusted. Right. But what's neurologically, what's really happening when you do an adjustment? Because, we'll see videos out there, and I know you've done some as well, where, there's a microphone and you can hear what sounds like somebody's bones cracking. So again, I want to help people understand kind of what's really going on neurologically when somebody gets an adjustment. It's not their bones cracking that we hear. See that? What was?
So this is just gas being released. So it's nitrogen, right? So that's what that is. Now we do gap the joint. So there's so many different theories on what's actually happening. There's been a study on mice that we learned about in school where interference can cause a 10% increase or decrease in the function of a nerve based on the weight of a hair. So any type of interference or inflammation around that nerve could cause 10% increase, decrease, or 10% increase or decrease in function. So let's say it could make something move too fast or move too slow. So what we want to do is put the body in natural position so it gets right. I've also adjusted people on their blood pressure has corrected like that.
Stop.
Before and after.
Get out of here.
Before and after. Now, that's not like saying, I could treat all blood pressure. Because
Gotcha.
there's so many things that go into blood pressure.
Sure.
Blood pressure is a sign, though.
It is a sign.
It's a sign. So it's like, why is your blood pressure high in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Is it nutrition? Is it stress? Is it pain? Or is it a misalignment?
Right.
So do we tackle one or do we tackle all?
Fascinating. So let's get into some of those kind of fact or fiction sort of things, right? You're the expert on this. So tell me, is it fact or fiction? Cracking your neck is bad for you.
You doing it on your own?
Yeah, like you know what I mean. I push that. And I hear the gas. Whatever.
Yeah, the gas been releasing. It gives the analgesic effect to where it may help you feel.
Is that bad for me or good for me?
Well, here's the thing, right? If you pull on your sock over and over and over, eventually it will lose elasticity.
Well said.
And then therefore your ligaments will lose elasticity.
Yeah.
So when we adjust the patient, we're not doing it all the time.
Right.
We do it maybe a few times a week, but along with that, we try to also strengthen that area, strengthen areas around it. Because we don't want the ligament to lose elasticity.
Gotcha.
So when you do it, you're not targeting anything specific.
No.
You're just pretty much trying to stretch it. And then you may think you feel better, but then you may be making the ligament more lax. Because I know people that may be hypermobile. So since it's so
mobile?
So the joint becomes hypermobile because you keep slinging it around all the time. And that's why you're going to always feel like you need it.
Okay.
So is it bad? It's not good, but it's not bad. You're not going to kill yourself or anything like that.
Right.
And that's another thing, right? You could do this all day by yourself, and people are like, oh, it's so dangerous. It causes this. What about the people doing that shit by themselves all goddamn day?
Right. That's why I wanted to ask that question. Yeah, because people do it all the time.
People do it all the time.
But they come to the chiropractor like something's really going to happen.
Oh, shit, you're going to fuck up.
Right.
But you know. Okay, cool.
Okay. You know better.
You know better, bro. I just went to school for nothing.
Right. All those years of school for nothing. Another one. Bad posture can affect your mood.
Bad posture can affect anything, bro. So let's do a test right now. I want you to sit up straight for me. And I want you to take a deep breath. Okay, cool. Breathe out. All right, now I want you to do is stick your head forward for me as far as you can. Just your head. Like this.
Like bend my head forward?
No, stick it forward like that. Right? And take a deep breath. Cool. Now go back normal. Now I want you to roll your shoulders forward for me. Roll them forward. Take a deep breath. Good. Now come back. Now I want you to stick your head forward and roll your shoulders forward. Like this and like this. And take a deep breath.
Man, you trying to get brother messed up, man.
Right, but you can tell the difference.
I can tell the difference, yeah.
Right, because you have your scalenes, you have your neck muscles in here, which pull on the first rib and all this other type of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with most people looking down their phone all day. So you walking down.
Right. My son calls it text neck.
He call it text neck, but it's like you go in Walmart, you see these old dudes walking around like that. They ain't had no cell phones.
Crunched over, yeah.
They ain't had no cell phones.
Back then, no.
So what happened with them? So we have postural muscles and phasic muscles.
Okay.
So the phasic muscles would be like posterior deltoid, core traps, rhomboids, and things of that nature. Most people work only on pushing. So you box, right? So you throwing punches, but are you working on anything in the rear?
Right.
Pause. So like, are you doing any rowing motion consistently?
Marty does have a rower in the gym. He puts us on the rower, so I'm gonna shout out to gym boxing and fitness. But yes, to your point, there's a lot of things forward motion, but not a lot going on behind you.
And that's why you need that balance,
right?
To keep you from coming like this and doing like this, and you won't be able to breathe. And if you can't breathe, you're gonna be more fatigued, especially when somebody's trying to punch you in the face.
Especially in boxing, you do have to have a very vertical. You do want to have balance, and so if you're leaning on your front foot, not only are you going to get hit, but you're going to gas out a lot faster if you're leaning on your front foot.
Correct.
So yes, absolutely. So I get that. So posture does affect everything.
Everything. Alignment.
Yeah.
Affects everything.
Everything. Yeah, especially when you're throwing punches. I try to tell myself to not throw my punch, but I want to know that my shoulder blade behind in the back is engaging.
It's so much different things.
Right.
You know, it's the reason I say life is a fight.
Yeah.
Because if you're not technical in there, and if you're not on point, it's so many things that could go wrong.
Absolutely.
Because when you throw a jab, you open for something else.
Right.
You throw another one, but if you're throwing both at the same time, you're wide.
You're wide open. And you do really have to engage your hips, your shoulders, your back, my feet. I'm very flat-footed, so one of my problems. But anyway, absolutely. So posture is everything.
You don't punch with your arms. You punch with your hips.
You do punch with the hips. and you generate power from the ground up.
Correct.
So you have to have good posture.
Right.
Okay. Another one. You only need chiropractic help if you're in pain.
Oh, well, that's false. I mean,
That's false.
yeah. I mean, I get adjusted all the time. I get adjusted once a week. So we do wellness.
So the doctor goes to the doctor.
Yeah.
Love hearing it. Because a lot of times doctors are the worst patients, by the way.
Yeah, but you also never seen a dentist with veneers. And people go get them left and right.
They go get them left and right.
Left and right.
Crazy.
You talk to a dentist about veneers, they'll be like, I ain't getting that shit.
That shit, mama.
They'll do it.
Right.
They get paid for it.
Right.
They don't encourage it.
They don't encourage that. Yeah.
But the people, especially now, it's like a whole veneer epidemic.
That's everything now.
Especially in our community. We wasn't getting that. So what was the question?
No, but the question was, do you only need to see a chiropractor if you're in pain?
No, so pain is something that shows up last. Right?
That's a symptom of something.
Yeah, so it's like once the pain shows up, it might be too late.
Right.
So it's hard to chase pain away.
Sure.
It's easier to manage it before. So we want, like I said, we want preventative care. We want mobility. We want a bunch of things. We want nutrition. We want you to be the best version of yourself.
100%.
Right? Whatever that is, opposed to waiting until you're in pain and now you come see me. And I get it, pain does happen.
Absolutely.
But you don't wait till your car breaks down to get an oil change.
Right. It's maintenance.
You don't wait till the tire goes flat to rotate them.
Right.
So
100%. Last one, sleeping position doesn't matter at all.
It does matter.
Matters. Sleeping position matters.
Sleep position matters. A lot of people want to sleep on their stomach. Well, if you could really, truly sleep on your stomach, then yes, that would work without having to turn your head and lift your head up like this. So it's like if you sleep it down, look down, you're going to suffocate. So when you turn your head, you look like this. So if you put yourself like this for 6 or 7 hours like this, standing up, you're going to be feeling some aggravation.
Absolutely.
And then people come in and it's like, whoa, why's my neck hurt? Why's my back hurt? Well, you've been doing this shit for 6 or 7 hours.
Wow.
Looking like a crazy person.
Right. So sleeping position.
But God forbid you go to the chiropractor, put you in the wrong position. You've been doing this shit for 7 hours.
Right. All of a sudden it's your problem.
You do this for 7 hours and you go to work and you look at the computer like this for another 7 hours.
Yeah. And then your phone.
And then your phone.
Right.
Then your phone. And then you come home, then you eat bullshit and you say the chiropractor fucked me up.
It's your fault, bro.
It's your fault, bro. Y'all the scammers.
Who should definitely be seeing a chiropractor, but they aren't?
Anybody with a pulse and a birthday.
Anybody with a pulse and a birthday. Everybody should be seeing a chiropractor.
8 to 80 blind, deaf, and crazy.
Right, 8 to 80 blind, deaf. So I know people with car accidents. We have athletes, I'm sure.
I posted Michael Beasley recently. He's from Baltimore.
I think I saw Michael Beasley.
He's from Baltimore, right? Or from D.C.?
Not D.C.
From D.C., okay,
yeah.
Close enough, right?
Yeah. We kind of
I know y'all territorial.
We kind of territorial.
We like that with Broward. People like, oh, he from Kodak from Miami, right? Y'all got him. Y'all keep him.
Right.
We take ours. We don't want yours. Have fun.
And it's crazy because Baltimore and D.C., it's like 40, 45-minute drive. Okay. We got family members and we went to school in each other's cities, and
I mean,
we
county
still keep our
county line is right there.
Right there.
Right.
North Miami is North Miami. It's not. No, we're not Broward.
No, we're not Broward.
Okay.
Never.
All right.
Please, no.
Right. Don't cross that line.
Please, don't disrespect me.
Yeah. So
I was
definitely.
from Broward, man.
Huh?
I was from Broward.
You was from.
They gonna come at me. It is what it is.
Right.
They gotta come to Miami to come at me.
So anybody should be seeing it. That goes for everybody. So anybody who's listening to this, you should see that. See a chiropractor. So habits, right? 2 or 3 daily habits that are quietly destroying people's posture, maybe their long-term health. Bad habits.
Sitting down. Sitting down.
Okay.
We sit way too much.
Okay.
You want to stand up or lay down? We sit too much. And also a lack of mobility. People just don't move around enough. So everybody has a car now, or you jump in an Uber or whatever. These other places, these blue zones, people walk more because they have to. We don't have to. Like, if you ask me to go from right here to Chef Creole, somebody might catch an Uber there. You know?
Crazy.
Yeah, or you could throw a rock over there. They're still not going to walk down there.
Right.
And that's just why we are the most overweight, over-medicated nation in the whole world.
Insane.
We're the fattest.
Right.
And we're the sickest.
Fattest and sickest.
But
we spend all this money on healthcare and all the kind of stuff. Sick care. Not healthcare, sick care.
Sick care.
And we still the worst.
We the worst. By far.
By far. Yeah, man, I can remember, obviously I'm a little older, grew up in 1970. Man, it was fun getting a bike. Man, You go outside with your bike, you and your friends, you ride up and down the street for hours, and then you finish your bike, you go play some basketball or some baseball, whatever you did.
They're taking on all the parks.
And now, well, not only that, we would make a park, right?
Yeah.
We would build the basketball court, right? In between the alley, the fence post to here, that's where you play football. All of the things that we would do to be active, even as children. And now I'm watching children on bikes, but the bikes are electric. These jokers, these jokers ain't even pedaling, bro.
Bruh.
Right?
And that's
so
what
to your point about
like
not
that.
moving, yeah.
That's why they act like that. That's why they broken. That's why they all emotionally unstable and
right.
crying every time you do something to them. Like, even then, bro, we played touch football in the concrete,
In the street,
tackle,
of course.
in the grass.
Yeah.
So it's like you run to the concrete, you get touched. Sometimes you got fucking tackled.
You got tackled.
In the concrete.
And you had to get your ass back up or get off the field or something. You get clowned the whole time if you did that, though.
Bro, we was giving out CTE with no helmet, no mouthpiece.
No mouthpiece.
But we survived because the human body is so resilient. But the chiropractic is so dangerous. I played tackle football in the street.
Right. But the chiropractor is the problem.
But me putting this right here on your neck, oh my God, you're going to kill me.
So tell me something. I mean, Doc, listen, let's just keep it a buck, right? In the Black community, man, we have an issue, a trust issue, when it comes to medical.
We
right?
should.
We have trust issues.
We should.
So that's a humongous barrier. And I just want to, pause for a minute and let's just keep it a buck. Like two brothers talking, man. Like, man, we got issues that are affecting us, trauma that we're carrying with us for generations because of, and we have this poor relationship with doctors for very obvious and good reasons. So how do we get past this trauma, this that we have with the medical community and build trust where people like you and your family, people who are screaming into the wind, not just to the community, but to the doctors out there as well, to try to fix this shit? How do we close this gap of trust?
That's like that Dave Chappelle skit. It's like, how do Black people overcome? And it was like,
yeah.
we could strive.
We can strive.
Keep striving. It's like, that is correct. And the dude was like, we could vote.
Right.
That is not correct.
Right.
But it's so much stuff we have to do.
Yeah.
I understand why nobody wants, bro, it's a hospital not too far from here. They didn't kill my loved ones. They didn't kill a bunch of other people's loved ones. And people will say, don't go there because it's a death trap. And they're still open. Hospitals aren't even owned by medical doctors. So how do you trust?
It's a business, yeah.
It's a business. It's a business owned by people who have no interest in healthcare.
Right.
The McDonald's at the hospital.
Absolutely.
So I understand. I feel like all the medical doctors need to only go in hospitals for emergency, and they all need their own private practice where they can control the healthcare of the patient. A lot of them don't do that because they want a job.
They want the job.
I can't get a job. They won't let me work in a hospital.
What do you mean?
Chiropractors don't work in hospitals. Not in one hospital. They have PTs, OTs, everything.
So there's something else when they work in the hospital, but chiropractors are not working.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow. That's telling. That says a lot.
But we could work for the VA. We work federal. We treat this and that and the third, but everybody says we're not a doctor, but we got all these hours of education.
Right.
But all the people that said, they don't know shit. They don't know. The state says we are. It doesn't matter what you think.
Right.
Every state says it. So this is like, I feel like if the doctors, like I said, because I've spoken to some of them, I got friends that are medical doctors, and they're like, bro, it's like you tell these people, it's like you talking to, they don't care.
They don't care.
They
care about the dollar. It's a business.
No, I'm talking about the patient.
Well, the patients too. Okay, yeah, that's true.
And that's from the top down. They said that even these food companies are creating things to bypass GLP-1s because less people are drinking now because they're on GLP-1s and peptides and things of that nature. But America has such an unhealthy relationship with food. Even when they get rid of it, the companies are like, fuck that.
Right.
We're going to create things that bypass your cravings, and we're going to still get to you. We're going to still get to your children.
Still get you. Yeah.
We got more obese kids than ever.
Yeah, we talked about it. But we got to somehow close that gap, between that trust gap that we have between the Black community and the medical community specifically. We've got to do that. But to your earlier point, there's things that we got to do ourselves.
They need to get out the way if they're not going to do nothing. That's my thing.
Okay.
If you're not really trying to help the community and you're afraid, Or you just trying to throw softballs? Because I've met with medical doctors. Well, I just tell people to do a little bit of it. Go walking, drink water. These motherfuckers need to run.
They need to run.
They need to
Ass
run.
up off the couch.
Stop giving them softballs because they're not gonna. This is what my dad says. People who run, when they sick, they walk. People who walk, when they sick, they lay down. So stop telling them the easy thing to do because you're afraid that they won't do the hard thing.
Yeah. They won't come back.
Tell them the hardest thing, man. Let them aim for the moon and land on the star. Stop being so soft with them. Or get out the way, bro. Get out the way because you're too soft for this field when you watching people die all the time. Y'all really see the people die.
Absolutely.
And you want to tell them go for a walk.
Man, please.
They may walk twice a week. You box twice a week versus other people walking twice a week.
Right.
That's what my patients do.
Right. Gotcha. Man, that's crazy. That's good. Your dad raised you well. I must just say that for the record. Get that on camera. So, I mean, you got a huge social media presence. I mentioned your personality. One of the things that drew me to you, and I wanted to do this interview was, you know, kind of your social media. You do a lot there. How intentional are you with that? And why are you doing it? Why is it important to have a presence, for a doctor to have a presence like that on social media?
So I was watching the medical doctors build their presence during COVID, just telling people the same shit over and over. And it angered me. Right? Because I'm like, bro, this is not what they need. I'm telling you, they need to exercise. They need to do this.
Right.
And I'm watching them just say, you need a shot. You need a med. The shot. If you don't take the shot, you die.
Yeah.
And then they would go and they put them on the news.
Yeah.
Top medical doctor says, they never invite me on the fucking news.
Right.
About nothing. Not even to talk about back pain.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
They don't want the truth.
They don't want the truth. There's no telling what I'm going to say.
Absolutely.
Of course they put them people up there.
Right.
You know, black, white, whatever. You know, I watch them. It's like, yeah, they're going to put them niggas up there. They're going to say exactly what you want to say. I might say the crazy shit. Everybody too fat. Everybody too lazy. Let's scrap all this shit and let's get them back down to the basics. Right. I seen it and I became angry. And I never, ever attacked any other black healthcare providers on social media. Because they got their tribe. They got their tribe and that's cool.
Yep.
I said, let me go get mine.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I would watch, like, who is the biggest doctor you could think of on social media?
Doctor that I can think of on social shit, Dr. Dre. The doctor that I can think of on social media? I don't really pay attention to doctors on social media. I mean, my wife's doctor, who, you know, took care of her surgery for cancer, and you, those are the only two doctors that I actually follow on social media.
So the biggest doctor that I would see people talk about, that they would talk about in rap songs and this and that, is Dr. Miami.
Dr. Miami. Okay. Well, yeah.
So I'm like, he's white. And he's doing rap video.
Right.
You know, he's doing...
How's that even... Right.
And I can't do a rap. I can't do it.
Right. How is he able to do that? And you within the culture, knows the culture.
I can't curse.
And you can't... Yeah. Gotcha.
I gotta be like, well, the top 5 reasons you should go to a chiropractor.
Right.
I don't even talk like that.
Shit. Right.
I don't even talk like that.
Right.
But he could go up there and be like, and then even you listen to the radio, right? You listen to 99 Jams, you hear a jingle from an attorney. They're white.
Pay somebody to do a jingle, write a jingle for him.
Pay somebody, and then people calling them, they get all the black people.
Right. Yep.
So let me put my blackface out.
Let me do this. Let me show you how it's done.
You got white people playing blackface for business,
all day,
for black dollars, and getting it all. So I don't have to put on a blackface because
you're not trying. You don't have to act.
I just have to be me.
Right.
And I have to be intentional. I know the culture.
Right.
I'm part of it. I've been around it. I live in Miami, born in Miami, raised in Miami.
100%.
So who gonna tell you better than me? But they like it when the white people do it sometimes.
Keeping it real.
They like it when they do it. They invite to the cookout.
Right.
They can't wait to go to them.
Right.
You know, I watched this one black dude, some real estate dude, he posted this girl going to a white chiropractor, which it was a good chiropractor. This is the best chiropractor around. It's like, he's in Broward. And there's a black chiropractor here. Somebody wrote that, and he deletes the comment. It's a brother, too. But this is what they do.
Wow.
This is what they do. So I'm like, you gotta keep hitting them.
You gotta keep hitting them.
Okay, your page not as big, keep hitting them.
Keep hitting them.
Okay, this one ain't do well, keep hitting them. till you find out who I am.
Right.
Because I got something to say.
That's why we here. You got something to say.
I got something
I
to
knew
say.
it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I felt it. Like, this man has a lot to say. Not something, you got a lot to say. So, but I believe in networking. I believe in collaboration. And so whatever I can do, my community can do, we can do, not just here in Miami, but be more what's up. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. So yeah, well said. Well said. You absolutely, we own our culture and we keep farming it out. Not farming it out. We keep, letting somebody come in and take from us what we know is rightfully ours that we built.
Well, not for nothing, bro. Like, if I didn't have a following, white providers, they won't collab with me with bigger following. Right?
Right.
But the ones with smaller, they'll reach out to me.
They'll reach out.
But they won't reach out to other black providers with smaller accounts.
You
see what I'm saying? So they'll reach up.
Reaching. Ooh.
But they won't reach lateral or they won't reach down.
Right.
Ever. So, okay, well, your following not as big as mine, but it's a brother reaching out. Bro, I did a podcast with some other people, they follow. I don't care. I'm going to look out for my people because that's what they do.
Right.
But then, let's say if a white attorney reach out to me to be on their podcast, you only reaching out because you see I got motion.
Yep.
But if I didn't, you wouldn't come talk to me.
Right.
You don't even send me business.
Right.
Send me some business.
Send me some business.
But you want me to be on your pod because you collab with me, you get the black eyes on you.
Right.
This is how you use blackface again.
Right.
And I ain't dumb.
Clearly. I reached out to this man, I don't know, it might have been a Saturday or Sunday, and you hit me right back. And I was telling my wife, and because I do this, right? I'm kind of an introvert. I'm not shy, but I'm an introvert, so I tend to stay to myself a little bit. And me kind of hopping out into this podcast world has been quite a departure from my natural kind of inclinations. But I'm deciding to come out of that, right? Because I feel at this stage in my life, what I want to leave behind is much more than the career that I've had in IT and in the corporate world. And so I'm reaching out to people, and a lot of times I got to tell you, I get ghosted, or, people don't, I put the DM, I'll send an email, I'll put the DM, I'll go to their website, use to contact us, and I hear nothing.
Yeah.
One time, one DM, and you responded right away. And I think you even said, "Oh, I'm just seeing this," something to that effect. Like you were disappointed that you were late in responding. I was like, man, this is crazy. I'm just glad the doctor responded at all. Even if you said, "Nah, bro, I ain't, you ain't built like that." I didn't.
But see, a lot of people got God complexes, bro, and they take this following to their head.
Yeah.
Or they busy. Or you don't know what they're going on. They could be struggling in life mentally and all kind of stuff. Or maybe they don't have shit to say. Shit, I could jump on your platform and I could have something to say. I could take that clip and that clip would go viral.
We're going to have plenty of clips.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to break this down.
Yeah. So I'm like, why not?
Why not?
And I could just use it as excuses. I was just on somebody's platform where I said some crazy shit.
Right.
Oops. Whatever.
Beautiful. I love it. Man, I mean, in this profession, I know you've seen some things that you say to yourself. I don't know if you go back home or go to your family, say, man, you can't make this stuff up. So tell me what's the wildest or the funniest situation you've had to deal with in the office? I cannot make this shit up. You don't have to name names, obviously.
There's a brother I was working with. He's an attorney. We was real cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he stopped answering my phone calls. I had a case with him. And he sent an email to me, CC'd everybody in his law firm, said, if you think you're going to get paid this amount of money, you can go get it from the patient. So he's trying to shine.
Whoa.
And it's like, it's somebody I know. It's like you talking to me right now. And the next thing you know, I say, bro, if you think I'm going to do this, and I'm like, mind you, he worked for a white law firm.
Okay. Well.
And I'm like, let me not be like it's two black people fighting.
Right.
While they watching.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But at the same time, as a man, and when I seen him, I said, bro, I ain't no telling what I would have did to you, bro.
Right.
I didn't I'm a man.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, people talk shit to me all the time. I say, bro, the gym is across the street. Come sign the waiver.
Right. Huh.
It's across the street.
Right.
And nobody ever want to do it, but you want to talk crazy, bro, I will see you again,
See you again, yeah.
And then you got to talk to me like that in person. Don't talk to me like that in no email. Talk to me like that in person.
Yeah, what you mentioned The Wire. From where I'm from, you talk crazy like that. It's on site.
That's what I'm saying,
bro.
They put you in the abandoned building.
Right. It's on site. It's on site.
And it's like, come on, bro.
Right.
But it's like, if we supposed to be cool,
Yeah.
and you doing that, you performing for your master. That's what I wanted, right? I wanted to do that. And then I found out that company was doing all kind of underhanded stuff around me and stuff like that. You know, they partner with companies that aren't above board to refer to them and all kind of other nonsense.
Right.
So it had me hot because I said at the time I was working on myself, so I was taking everything personal. I was taking everything personal. I'm like, man, I'm not finna do this, but I will.
Right. Take it there. Take it there.
Why
Take it there.
not?
Why? Hey, at the end of the day, you're still a man.
At the end of the day, I'm still a man. That's what people don't understand. You just a human being, bro.
Just like everybody else.
You just like everybody else.
Beautiful. I love it. Man, so I reached out. When I reached out, I mentioned reaching out to you, and I said, and you had agreed, and I asked you one question. I said, tell me, Dr. Thompson, who's in your playlist? Right? And you remember what you said? You said, J. Cole and Freddie Gibbs. So, look, I'm a huge hip-hop fan, right? And J. Cole, love J. Cole. But J. Cole has gotten to a place where Freddie Gibbs isn't. So for you to say you like you listening to Freddie Gibbs, you're in Miami. Freddie Gibbs, I believe, is in L.A.
No, he Gary, Indiana.
Oh, Gary, Indiana. All right, my apologies to Freddie. But Freddie is nowhere near commercially where J. Cole is. But he's so dope. He's underrated, right? And so for you to mention Freddie Gibbs, J. Cole and Freddie Gibbs, two rappers that I really appreciate their style and what they do, I think said a lot, or says a lot about you and just kind of what you just mentioned. At the end of the day, I'm still a man.
I'm still a man. I mean,
at the end of the day, I'm still a man.
And when you listen to the lyrics, I resonate with because a lot of underdog stuff in the lyrics.
Come on, man.
You know, Freddie Gibbs, he said, my name cocaine. They ain't
Come
gonna
on,
put me in
man.
the nominee.
Come on, man.
And
Freddie
that's how I feel about a
Cole.
lot of stuff. You know, it's like they suppress my content or, you know, there's a lot of people that say that white faces are favorable more in the algorithm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
If I can help somebody out, I'll help them out.
Right. Nah, but you got to be a real hip hop fan to mention Freddie Gibbs, because that just says a lot. When I think about hip hop, Doc, I often, every show that I do, I introduce or talk about. I don't necessarily introduce, but I like to talk about hip hop a lot. And when you mention J. Cole, those who looking in the back, I had to bring my man some vinyl.
Appreciate that.
I'm back in the recollecting vinyl again.
Everybody's doing that now.
Harkens back to a day, when it used to be you just go to the record store, you listen to some music, and you shared it between your friends, and so on and so forth. But really, hip hop to me represents alchemy, right? You're not supposed to take a record, your grandmother or your mom's record, and violently rub it back and forth to make a scratching sound, and all of a sudden that's new music. That to me represents alchemy. That represents transformation. And I think that what you do as a doctor, again, I've been to a chiropractor, nobody put me on any medication. They just use their hands and let my body heal itself over time. Man, I think it's fantastic being from, or, not necessarily always, but you didn't mention Trick. You didn't mention Ross. You didn't mention Uncle Luke.
I listen to Trick. I listen to Ross.
Right.
I listen to all of them.
Right.
But like, they're not making as much music as they used to.
Not used to, yeah.
Right? You know, I can still play Triple Beam Dreams. Right?
Yeah.
I can still play a lot of Ross stuff.
Carol City.
Yeah. You know, I went to Carol City for that long though. So I can still play Ross. I'm cool with Sam Sneak. I don't know him.
I don't know him.
That's Rick Ross DJ. He's the official DJ.
Okay.
So I've treated Ross.
Okay.
I've treated Trick.
Okay.
I treated a lot of rappers. Like Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper for a long time. So I treated Trick, Ross, and we grew up listening to Trick. We grew up listening to Ross. But like right now, they're not putting out that much music.
No. I mean, and the music industry has definitely changed.
Well, it's messed up, right?
It's really a mess.
Because you go on Spotify, you'll play a song, next thing you know, they take away the credits and it's not there anymore.
And that's why you got the vinyl. You got to buy that vinyl again. Y'all got to get back in the vinyl. Give these artists their money back.
Yeah.
Right? Get these artists their money back. So let's pretend a new album is coming out and the name of the album is Backcracking. The album's Backcracking. Who might be on that? Who might be on that soundtrack? Who might be on that album?
I mean, I guess we got to go with the Miami people first.
Come on now.
We got to go Trick. We got to go Ross. We got to go Nas.
Okay.
We got to go Cole. We got to go Gibbs. We got to go Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
Might go Anderson .Paak. CeeLo.
Pop, right? This is Pop. CeeLo Green. Come on now.
We go CeeLo. And then, let's see who else we get. Busta Rhymes. And then, who else we get on that album? I want to say Lil Wayne, but he ain't what he used to be.
We ain't got to get too deep into
Man, I
it.
might throw Juvenile on there and call it a day.
Juvie, okay. Shout out Juvie.
We
Shout
throw
out
Juvenile.
Manny Fresh, Juvie.
And then,
Ninth Ward, your dad was there.
He was there. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I gotta go.
Right.
Gotta go touch grass in New Orleans for a little bit, you know.
I feel that.
And then that'll be it. Yeah.
I feel that.
Wrap it up like that.
Right. I feel that. Well said. All right, Doc. Kind of getting into a little bit of a deeper moment, maybe, if you could think about it. What's the moment when a patient came in for some physical pain, but then you realize, oh shit, there's something more deeper spiritual going on here?
And I've had a patient cry before I adjusted.
Really?
People cry after an adjustment, shaking.
Really?
Yeah, man. I don't know, but I don't know always what's going on.
Right. Do you kind of back off?
I give them their time.
Okay.
Sometimes they want a hug. I ain't really into hugging though, because that shit straight to jail. Next thing you know, like Keanu Reeves, he take pictures like behind like we take pictures of people. He doesn't touch me. He puts his hands behind his back.
Never noticed that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't do that because they get you.
Right. Yeah.
I be hugging everybody. Next thing you know, that's the hugging.
That's the hugging doctor. Like,
no,
I know it didn't.
Not me. I rather be too distant and they say I'm cold and they get me on some beat.
And it can be, you mentioned Dr. Miami, some of the other stuff, that kind of scandalous stuff that goes on. You keep yourself out of that, but at the same time, you're a human being. How do you manage? Because you got to put your hands on people.
You just got to be. They teach us the techniques because a lot of times you touch glutes and stuff like that. Well, when you get to the glutes, you press down hard with that thumb.
Okay, yeah.
To where they might feel pain more than they even want you to touch it. So they don't. You're not finna be caressing no glute.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a piriformis right here. So piriformis pain could actually appear like sciatica. Right. So you want to get to that. You want to press down, maybe even with an elbow. But you don't get there putting your whole hand on there.
Right.
And that's what I see in some of the videos. Like,
what are you doing? To jail.
What are you doing with your whole hand on the glute?
Right.
Are you using this part? No. Thumb, elbow.
So it's all
fist. Don't get too. Right. But you gotta find. It's your job as a doctor to find it, and it's your job to be professional and not disrespect that patient.
Absolutely. So if somebody's listening to this right now and they're in pain, either physically or maybe even mentally, emotionally in pain, what's one step they could take to start kind of realigning their life?
They could book their appointment right here at MiamiSpineClinic.com.
Talk to them. How can they find you? Miami Spine Clinic?
MiamiSpineClinic.com. All social medias, Miami Spine, YouTube, Miami Spine Clinic. We're on 292 Northwest 54th Street, Miami, 33127, right in Little Haiti. We call 786-661-0906.
Excellent. Dr. Randall Thompson, thank you, brother. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Really appreciate this. Well done. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. There you go. There you have it. This has been another episode of The Alchemist Lounge. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Peace.